From the windy city skies to the bright game lights. Two bros talk ball, yeah, they live that life. Big wheel with the 5J dubs with the float. Breaking down plays, only real fans know. Pads pop, turf shakes, time to ride. Monkey stomps thunder through the field tonight. Run with a purpose, bring that pride. Chicago strong, let's ride, let's ride. Best bros, we run with a purpose. Heart of the game, yeah, you know we deserve this. Big wheel, J-Dub calling all fans. From Soldier Field to the contest stand.
Hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
I am Big Will.
I am J-Dubs.
And of course this is
the Bears Bros Podcast.
And on this episode we're of course going to talk about the Week 11 game against the Minnesota Vikings where we stacked another win. Mm-hmm. And we are going to break down this coming this showdown with the Steelers and hopefully the final game against Aaron Rodgers.
You know, I just wonder why the game isn't in Chicago. I'm kind of bothered by that. I mean, but
while we're at it, got my Monsters of the Midway juice. Keep going.
Almost forgot that. You would think that after 18 years of or whatever it was that Aaron Rodgers was in Green Bay, you would think that his final. I'm thinking that this is his final season. His final season would be in Chicago. Because don't they also play the Packers, right? Or do they already play them? Where's that game?
Yeah, speaking of that.
Where's that game?
I believe it's in Chicago, the first one.
No. I mean, Steelers play the Packers.
Oh, yeah, that game was in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't know.
Yeah, because a buddy of mine went to it.
Gotcha.
And I almost went.
Oh, that's right.
But for some reason, I thought it was in Lambeau when he first invited me. And then I'm like, wait a minute. That game was in Pittsburgh.
Also, want to sport the new shirt today?
Yes. Good, better, best. I am jealous because, I want one. Just saying.
Christmas is coming up. Maybe we'll see. But so listen, I know that you had other things going on with Pins and Wins podcast. That obviously some things went south. It weren't able to record it, so you weren't able to watch the game.
Correct. I had to follow along on my phone and listen to the NFL radio on Sirius, along as I was driving back.
So, I want to, we ran the ball pretty good. Manungai and Swift, even though, Swift, 12, 13 carries for 90 yards, that's what we need. Mm-hmm. However, my prediction was wrong. They did not get over 200 yards together. But anyways, Caleb Williams, once again, magician in the pocket. Just, my God, watching him is like, he just, I think he baits the defender, and at this last second, he just moves out of the way. I'm sure you saw the highlights.
Yep, the Houdini work. Did you hear the funny thing about what the Steelers are doing? They're actually practicing on how to handle when he decides to do his Houdini work. They showed clips yesterday of them practicing how to react to it.
Practicing? We're talking about practice.
Yes.
Not a game.
A team from Pennsylvania.
Wait.
Practicing.
Not a game.
Not a game.
Practice. Okay. Got to give shout out to AI there.
So obviously, just like the analysts and everybody starting to show us some love and show Caleb the love he deserves, obviously the teams are realizing they got to do some things.
I think so, and it's about time. Now, it's about time.
That is an understatement.
But if we go into this game and we get blown out, they're going to say, "Oh, the hype's over. One game." But can I say something?
What?
Where's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs right now? Where are they?
Yeah, they're looking. They might not even make the playoffs this year.
So if Patrick Mahomes has a bad game, it's okay because it's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. So if we go into Pittsburgh and Caleb, every athlete has a bad game. It's going to be, did the Pittsburgh Steelers, what do you call it?
Choked?
No. I can't think of the word I'm looking for, so we'll just play some elevator music. Did they I break the code, I guess I want to say. Mm-hmm. That's if he plays like crap. But it's okay for Patrick Mahomes. Now, just a couple weeks ago, Josh Allen played like shit.
Lamar Jackson has played like crap.
Yeah, trust me, I got him on fantasy.
Before he got hurt. And it's like, all The only thing that I will say to the defense, and a lot of people keep clapping back at us, is that those guys have the equity to be able to do that. They're MVPs. They have made the playoffs. But, Caleb Williams is in his second year with a brand new offense that nobody thought was going to be at the level that we're at right now. Not only that, we're now in first place.
Where are we?
In first place.
And what are we?
In first place.
Here we go.
Which, even him and none of us thought
5 wins.
We were
5 wins.
I
thought 5.
That.
I thought 5.
Because our track record is that we start making positive moves and then we go backwards. Mm-hmm. But again, it's the Ben Johnson effect.
Absolutely.
It's just like the team in New England. You get better coaching, you get better results. And everybody, including us, were hoping for the best, but legitimately thought it was not going to happen this year.
Thought next year.
If we're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Questions of whether or not Caleb was the guy. And what has happened? They proved us all wrong. Mm-hmm. They proved what everybody had been saying. Ben Johnson, the most touted, I think the word's touted, coordinator to coach prospect, and Caleb Williams, some said, again, was the best prospect in years. And what happened? You put the two of them together and you're making magic. Yes, our wins have been ugly, but who cares?
Wait, hold up. I don't mean to interrupt you, but if Patrick Mahomes... I'm sorry. Can I keep saying that?
I was going to say, you cut me off before I finished it. Because look at the year, not last year, the year before when they won the Super Bowl. And
he didn't have a great year.
He had the worst statistical year of his career. Yeah. They still made the Super Bowl, and they still won the Super Bowl. Because it's a team thing. And when you get to the playoffs, that's when the winners step it up. And I think we've got our guy. And the fact that all of the top quarterbacks are really in the AFC. Mm-hmm. So if you think about it, Matthew Stafford on the way out. Jared Goff, questionable. Even Jalen Hurts, there's questions on whether or not he's the guy, even within his own team. I was listening to the radio on the way here, and they're saying that are the Eagles going to win because of Jalen Hurts or despite Jalen Hurts? Mm-hmm. And why are they caring? Because, they're winning.
Exactly. I've said it before. Winning cures everything.
Exactly. And that opens up the NFC for Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson to work their magic for years to come.
So,
as long as free agency and big heads don't get in the way, because eventually Caleb's going to have to get paid.
I don't think it will, because I think it is the Ben Johnson. He's taken a team that is, bunch of nobodies. Let's just say what it is. Okay, let's call it, as he would say, "Want to keep it real. Going to keep it 100." However you talk.
I don't always say that. I don't know where he gets that from.
So I don't think he would bring in any type of an individual that would bring the team down. Now, before we talk about the game, I want to talk about
Wait, did he just fall asleep?
Jared Goff, right? There was talks of him MVP. Uh-huh. He lit it up against us, right? He's lit up against other teams, but he shit the bed.
Yes.
Right? Okay. He did not have a great game. Hold on, and neither did Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
Right? But they don't get no disrespect. That's why I'm saying every athlete is due, right? I mean, you take Nolan Ryan, probably the greatest pitcher of all time, one of the greatest pitchers, right? Go out there. If he gets shelled, bad game. He comes back out. He does really good. Patrick Mahomes can throw 5 interceptions. Come back out the next game, throw 3 touchdowns. Oh, Mahomes is back.
Look, in all honesty, look at the game Buffalo beating Tampa Bay. Yes,
Josh Allen
had 6 touchdowns, but he also had 2 interceptions that almost cost him the game.
Absolutely.
And numerous Bills fans that I work with kept talking about how he almost gave away that game.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for basically Baker Mayfield and their offense running out of steam,
yep,
I don't know if they would have won that game.
But how come there's no bad talk about all those quarterbacks? But because it's Caleb Williams.
And it's the Bears. Our track record has warranted it. And we're creating a new culture. There's no if, ands, or but about it. From the post game speech to
Love the post game speech. Love
look
it.
at perfect example is look at the after the field goal, and they showed the clips of Caleb Williams, stone face. He has adopted the Ben Johnson
absolutely,
effect, where yes, celebrating in the locker room, but on the field. And he was upset with himself because he played like shit.
And I don't know if you noticed it, but so Cairo Santos hit the field goal, right? And they were interviewing Caleb Williams, but to the side it was Santos,
and he wanted that.
But he brought Santos in the pitcher. That is what I love. I don't know. I love the post game speech. You have got me so hyped on the post. Oh my god!
I look forward to it so much. As soon as the game's over and we've won, I'm like, okay, I'm checking X. I forget that. I check Twitter, and where's the speech? Where's the speech? Where's the speech? And again, it was great. And when he gives out the game ball and lets them do the speech.
I'm glad that you said the game ball because, listen, I can't do it, but I don't know if Cairo Santos should ever do the giddy again. That was hilarious. But I love it.
Can I tell you a secret? I didn't know what the hell he was doing when I watched the clip. I thought it was, because I think he's Brazilian. I thought it was like some Brazilian salsa dance.
Brazilian salsa. Okay.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, that wasn't even rehearsed. I don't even know where the hell that came from. But
I almost made myself
do a spit take. Okay, so those are the great things, and I like how I just don't feel like we're out of the game no matter how mad I get. And my wife puts up with me, and Will puts up with me every other Sunday. It's not because I could do better, because I can't. It's just as a fan, right? We're Yankee fans. Yankee have 27 World Series. 28. I'm sorry, 28. The Orlando Magic. Your favorite
I thought it was 27. They're on the quest for 28.
Okay. I can't count. But anyways, he's an Orlando Magic fan.
Yeah.
Up and coming So
Paulo Banchero.
Orlando Magic have been dormant for a while.
Oh yeah. Ever since Shaq left.
I am a Celtics fan, right? I mean, we lost Tatum, so now we're limping along. I used to be a Syracuse fan. I'm still a Syracuse fan, but we just suck. But anyways, we should never go on the ACC. That whatever money, whatever. But as a
They're
Bears
not
fan,
to say without Boeheim.
But as a Bears, we just can't compete in the ACC. I don't care. As a Bears fan, we have shown potential. We've said it over. Cutler didn't have it up here.
Yes.
He had it here.
And we had the defense over the history of our team. I know everybody talks about Sid Luckman back in the ancient times. Obviously, I've never seen a Sid Luckman highlight in my lifetime.
Very good point.
The Monsters of the Midway, to me, is when everybody started paying attention to the Chicago Bears.
Yep.
You had Sweetness. You had Iron Mike. You had all of the defense, the 85 Bears, and stuff like that. And then, obviously, the charismatic Mike Ditka as your head coach. And then we went into a dry spell until we got Urlacher and company. But still, the quarterback was questionable.
Yep.
Rex Grossman got us to the Super Bowl, which we should have won because we had the greatest return man in the history of the NFL.
I thought we agreed never to say Rex Grossman.
See, the funny thing is Rex Grossman wasn't horrible of a quarterback. He just wasn't a headliner. So, and...
I mean, at the time, he really only had Marty Booker to throw to, but that's another story.
Don't forget Bernard Behrman.
Berriman. He just likes to say...
Curtis Conway.
He just likes to say a Chicago Bears player with a B, like, Bayard! There we go. Sorry.
Wait a minute. Did you say the NFL leading interception, Kevin Byard? Just saying, the three of the top interception
on the Bears.
leaders is Byard, it is
Right,
and it's Tremaine Edmonds. Whatever. It's one of the...
If you want to combine the linebackers, that's fine. Because I do it
if you do it
with Colson Loveland. But anyways, so what was it?
But Byard!
No, Colson, whatever. Anyways.
Oh, Colston Loveland.
And it's really, his real name is?
Colston Loveland.
Never mind. I was trying to make you do something. But so with all those quarterbacks that we mentioned, and so as a Bears fan, this is for me. This is like holy shit. We have something, and even though we're winning what they call ugly games, a win's a win. I mean, I have never heard one person win. I don't remember the New York Giants being, damn, we won the Super Bowl on the last second field goal. I don't ever remember anybody ever being pissed off that they win. But as Bears,
how dare we win?
Yeah, as Bears fans though, we have been so close, so close. We think that we thought Justin Fields was it. I mean, we were begging for Russell Wilson. We were begging for Russell Wilson.
I remember that. I wanted them to make that trade, and I'm glad we did.
Yep, because he's
Russell Wilson is toilet water.
Pretty much.
The fact that,
putting it not mildly.
I was going to discuss this on the Pins and Wins, which unfortunately, due to scheduling conflicts, didn't happen. But Russell Wilson's career is pretty much over.
Oh God, yes.
And the reason why is because obviously when he's on the field, he's horrible. He did it with Denver, he did it with Pittsburgh, and now he's doing it with the Giants.
Yep.
And not only did he, I can understand him getting replaced by
Winston.
a rookie.
Oh, rookie, yep.
Because that was the initial plan. Mm-hmm. But the fact of the matter is that rookie is hurt, not playing, and you go with Jameis Winston, and he brings the team alive.
Pretty much.
They actually had a legit chance.
I thought so too.
So Russell Wilson, his days are numbered. Him, Aaron Rodgers, and Kirk Cousins. Three quarterbacks that are nowhere close to being what they used to be.
Hey, $180 million backup. Got to give them props for that, but whatever. But, so yeah, I do get mad, but it's more frustration. It's going to lead me into, I know you did not physically watch the game, and no, I cannot do better. I am a couch GM, trust me. We're doing a podcast. I mean, this is what we do, right?
Yeah. It's the way to get our outlet of what we had to deal with during the week.
Yep. So
we bring it to you.
So, as a fan, I'm watching the game, and I like the hype. I like the play calling. Then
sometimes.
And then, well, I mean, I don't like seeing Caleb Williams be fucking Houdini. I mean, I get, but he's doing what he's got to do. I appreciate that, and he's making smart moves. That's good. I noticed that easy balls being dropped, like right here, drop, right here, dropped, right here, dropped. And
you see the frustration look on his face of, what more do I have to do? I give you to the catch.
Yep.
And a buddy of mine from work got into a disagreement because he's a Jets fan.
Oh.
And Jets versus Patriots Thursday Night Football, I pointed out that there was a play and the new guy they got, A.D. Mitchell.
Yeah.
Yes, Justin Fields threw it behind him, but it still hit him in the hands.
It hit you
in the
hands.
When I was growing up, I was taught if it hits your hands, you catch it.
Yep.
End of discussion. If it hits your hands, you catch it.
So before I didn't know that he wasn't recording on his other podcast, I was blowing up his phone. I'm like, he's looking like shit. He just seemed off, and then he got on track. And DJ Moore, I can't do better than anybody. I don't care. Only on Madden, okay? Fuck you, okay? I just get frustrated because I feel as we have for so many years, it is a trickle down effect, right? And although that hasn't happened, as a fan, you want DJ Moore to make that catch. You want Rome Odunze to make that catch. But Cole Kmet stepped up. Cole Kmet electrified with his catches, and I'm just saying. So
he's definitely. I give him a lot of credit. I said the same thing about DJ last year about how it's pretty much become apparent that Rome is our number one.
Yep.
And DJ has accepted and played his part. You can say the same thing about Kmet of the fact that
you take a tight end at 10 overall, and you still show up and you still put in work and
you do the blocking.
Absolutely, you do the dirty work.
You become the blocking tight end that can still catch, because there's a lot of teams that'll have a 2 tight end set. One of them is strictly for blocking. It's like having an extra offensive lineman, and then you have the receiving tight end.
Yep.
Cole is both.
Which we brought in another tight end, and he dropped the pass. But anyways, so I'm sitting there, excuse me, and the reason why I get frustrated is what happened when, after the 2018 season, we had that Cinderella run. People started to get hurt and not put in a lot of effort. And as a fan, like I said, as me personally, I'm afraid that if DJ Moore continues to struggle, because Rome Odunze hasn't been, everybody goes through it. I'm just afraid that they will lose their belief. And so that's why I think on the first drive against the Giants or whatever, he immediately threw Odunze the ball.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you drop easy passes, like you're at work. If you have a bad day, you get down on yourself.
Yes.
And sometimes that does carry over. Or, let's just talk a little bit about life here. We have a fight with our wife that might, or friendship. It might carry over and it might keep you down for a while. In the NFL, you don't get to do that do-over immediately.
Correct.
And that's one of the reasons why I get frustrated is like when we were watching the Cleveland game. The Saints game, and the rookie or whatever was thrown way over our head.
Yeah.
That's why I was getting mad. I'm like, we're better than this. Mm-hmm. And every time this guy was making,
there wasn't the consistency.
Exactly.
Where one game he's lighting it up, and then the next game is like, where the hell did he go?
Exactly.
But I will say to you, what was the first thing I said to you when you were talking about that he was playing like crap? What was the first text message I sent to you?
Didn't know there was going to be a test today.
No, I asked you, is the game over yet?
Oh, yeah.
And I said, because it's not the fourth quarter yet.
Hold on. So full disclaimer. You know what I did when I read that? I was like, fuck you.
Because of the fact of the matter is, I'm starting to have the mindset of, as long as there is still time on the clock and the game is not over, we're in it.
I agree with that.
Because, again, we have been involved in every game except for the game against Detroit. We did in this game what we should have done week one, which is exactly what Ben Johnson said in the post-game, the victory speech, of the fact that there is nothing different from what we did here than there, except for we had more field goals.
But
we won.
But I can't play in the NFL like J.J. McCarthy. But I also think that he had a hell of a team in Michigan when they won the championship. He had a hell of a team.
They did bring up the fact that the national championship game they won, he threw 10 times.
Right. But he said, everybody was like, oh, he's this and that, and the first game, something happened. It was bad play calling in the second half, the fourth quarter, and
Justin Jefferson made some catches.
Right, but now we're still without T.J. Edwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we got some people stepping up. We got Nashon, right?
Yes, and that was cool seeing the emotional moment.
I didn't know what it was.
I had no idea until they explained that he had lost his college coach, which was more like a father figure, because
to him and his brother
afterwards.
So after I saw that, I told my wife, I said, "Hey Jen, I'm like, did you hear about blah?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, the guy." I'm like, "Well," I said, "that was Nashon Wright's." I didn't say father, but his looked after him. I can't remember what the word he was.
His father figure, his mentor.
And I'm like, and that's why he did the celebration. And so I thought that was really cool. Now, to me, as a fan and as a person, I loved it.
Oh, absolutely. And there's stories like that over and over again, and it's just, it warms the heart of like, it was meant to happen.
And because I don't know if Byard, I think it was Byard that was the first one there. He knelt down.
Yes.
So I don't know, but to me, in years past, we didn't have that. Sure, if you got a fumble or an interception or whatever, you celebrate. But if you viewers watch, I think it was Byard who knelt down and he whispered something. So I think people knew. To me,
well, the fans didn't know. No, obviously,
his teammates.
Yes.
But what I'm saying though is,
and obviously commentators, because they're filled with all that information.
The camaraderie, the brotherhood, the belief. This is another reason why when I say I get pissed off because I'm like, I'm a believer now. Last year, we weren't believer. The year before that, I remember I told you before, I was pissed that we traded Justin Fields. I'm like, we just got DJ Moore. He's having the best season. Okay, that's gone. We can't do nothing about it. But like I said, so as a fan, as the belief I have right now is more than what I had in 2018, even though Mitch Trubisky threw six touchdowns.
In the Tom Brady 4 game.
Yeah, I'm just saying, right. I am such a believer right now. And
as you should be. Because there's, other than, the criticism for Caleb Williams, he's not perfect. He doesn't have to be. Because he is exactly what everybody was saying about, I keep bringing up Philly, what everybody says about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts had his problems starting out, and there was questions, is he really the guy?
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, when they need him to make plays, he makes plays, and the entire team wins.
Yep.
Saquon gets his game. AJ makes a play. And then that defense.
I'm glad that you brought that up. Saquon Barkley rushed for 2,000 yards last year?
Mm-hmm.
And where's he today? How come is he at 1,000 yet?
I don't even think so. I don't even think
how come there's no hate for him?
Well, you really can't hate on the running back, and the reason why I say that is because, one, they're winning. It doesn't matter when they're winning. Like, into another example of that, Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry also had 2,000 yards, but Baltimore is not playing well. So where the hell is he?
But so what I was trying to say is, like, Barkley, 2,000 yards, blah, 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 blah. But now he's doing this, but there's no hate. But Caleb Williams is just now.
Doesn't get interceptions.
Right. And you know what? He does not get hurt.
Doesn't get hurt. Doesn't throw interceptions, except for the stupid one against Detroit. But how many weeks ago was that? But this is week 12, correct?
Yes.
So that was 9 weeks ago. Sorry, I had to remember what week we played them. That was 9 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And to my knowledge, the only other interception that I can think of off the top of my head was the tip one that he gave up in, I think, the game against, not the Giants, the week before that. But the fact of the matter is, he's not making stupid mistakes.
So we're just switching quick roles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being the stat guy real quick. So this is why, okay, so the leading passer is Drake May. Drake May is having unbelievable season, right? Okay.
He's the leader in the clubhouse for MVP. It's between him and Matt Stafford.
So that's number 1, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Who's number 13?
I'm assuming Caleb.
Caleb Williams, coming in at a cool 23-29. He is averaging 220 yards.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to say this one more time. If.
Who's ahead of him?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Just out of curiosity.
Okay. It goes at 13, Caleb Williams, Baker Mayfield, Bo Nix, Jordan Love, Josh Allen, Jared Goff, Sam Darnold, Matthew Stafford, Prescott, Mahomes, Jones, Herbert, Drake May. Now, Caleb Williams has 23-29. Baker Mayfield, who was a candidate for MVP, 23-65. Jordan Love, 24-21. I mean, there's not much between everybody until you get up to, everybody else. But 221 yards, right? That was Patrick Mahomes. Sorry, I'm just going to keep on saying it's Patrick Mahomes. Oh, Patrick Mahomes is having MVP caliber. Just show Caleb Williams some respect.
If he was leading the division, if they were tied for second place in the conference, you would hear his name getting talked about in the MVP conversation.
I think so. And
I saw a thing yesterday, and let's wrap our heads around this. Do you realize if we win against the Steelers on Sunday and the Rams lose, the Black Friday game is for first place in the conference? In the conference. Who would have said that at the beginning of the year?
Nope.
Neither one of us.
Nope.
Not many Bears fans. We would be calling for Caleb Williams to be rushed out of town and Ben Johnson to pick his guy. Ben Johnson picked his guy when he took the job.
Yep. So obviously we do not have an itinerary for the show. We just kind of, we may practice some skits here and there. So I was thinking about this, and I have to give you the props. I have to keep it 100. I have to keep it real with you, all right?
I always say that word.
Yes, you do.
I say it, but not as much as the way you play it out.
100. All right. After we lost a heartbreaker to Minnesota, you said this is a make or break game.
Week 2
right.
against Detroit,
Yeah.
because it was either if we won, how were we going to keep it going, or if we lost, how were we going to recover? And then we got monkey stomped by Detroit.
And we started talking, and we were like, you told me, I think Ben Johnson, because practice from that point escalated, and it got more intense.
Called everybody out. We are not playing at a championship level, and we've been a completely different team since.
You saw it. You were
I'm
picking
up what you're putting down.
There you go. And it just goes back to me being a fan. Like, everyone wants their team to win, but like,
except for Jets fans, because they want the better draft pick.
I don't think Arch Manning would go there, but whatever.
I don't think he's coming into the draft next year, because I believe Archie already said that every Manning has stayed 4 years. Plus, also he hasn't played that well, so he's got to improve his stock.
Sorry, Texas, but anyways,
just saying.
But I'm liking how you've said it before. That I just feel like no matter what, we always are in the game. No matter what, we're always. And this season is becoming magical. I had used that word, a magician earlier, Houdini. And I just think that this season is becoming quite magical. And no matter what, I do not see Caleb Williams on the bench like this, doing one of these. But then again, last year he got the snot kicked out of him every fucking game, so I get it. And what I also like, before I hand it over to you, is I like the camaraderie. I like the fact that DeAndre Swift is going to lose his job next year, if he's still with the team, to Monangai. But what is he doing right now?
Actually, that's not who I think he's going to lose it to, and I'll tell you in a second.
Okay. But he's supporting him. DJ Moore is supporting Roma Dunze and Luther Burden. Cole Kmet is supporting Colston Loveland.
Mm-hmm.
This and your guy, the backup quarterback, Case Keenum, is
the backup. Yeah, the backup to the backup.
Backup to the backup is mentoring Caleb Williams, and if I'm not mistaken, Case Keenum is making more than Caleb Williams, but he's right there saying, "Listen, this is what you got to do." The mentorship.
He's teaching him how to be a professional.
And I absolutely just love this magical season. And I can say this honestly. Yeah, if we lost every game out from here on out, excuse me, I'm going to be pissed.
Don't put that negative juju in the street.
I'm going to be pissed, but I just know that there's no way we can ever fall back to where we once were. We are completely on the rise.
We have the quarterback and we have the coach. And every dynasty or winning franchise has had both. The Kansas City has got Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots had Brady and Belichick.
20 years.
And, yeah. And these two are young enough to where they could be together for over a decade and win. He's starting to win already. Ben Johnson is showing he's starting to win already.
Mm-hmm.
Sean McVay came into the league, started winning. And you give him whatever quarterback you want, he makes it happen. I'm seeing that with Ben Johnson.
Me too. And I'm seeing it with all the coaching.
And what happened in Detroit? Detroit went from a laughingstock, and they completely changed.
Yep.
And to me, the reason is Ben Johnson.
Yep.
Because their offense went from toilet water, serving up doo-doo sandwiches, to being an elite offense. And they went from 0 wins
and
to 2
couple
wins.
plays from going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So.
And you see the reverse effect that they're not playing as well. Because if you watch the game that they had against Philly,
it was horrible.
The question of do you know who was calling the plays for Detroit?
Campbell.
Yeah. And no offense, he may be a hype machine. He's not an offensive guru.
Yep.
And that game showed it, that he kept calling plays that are like, what the are you doing?
Yep. I remember. So
and Jared Goff went back to the Jared Goff he
From
was
the Rams.
last year when, correct me if I'm wrong, we intercepted him a whole bunch of times and he looked lost.
Yep.
And if it wasn't for Jahmyr Gibbs making a couple of great plays, I don't even think they would have been as close in that game as it ended up being.
Absolutely, good point. So we're going into Pittsburgh. You know, let me just do my normal thing. T.J. Watt, you're not going to stop him. Come on, the guy's already a Hall of Famer.
I was gonna say he hasn't had the season this year,
but he's still T.J. Watt. He brings that. Forgive me for saying this. He brings that Michael Jordan effect, right?
Yes,
I mean,
where you always gotta wonder where he is.
He's the same thing as a Myles Garrett, a Max Crosby, but I think our team is going to be well prepared. Because, as I was saying about the first two losses, we have shown significant improvement
on all phases.
Right, on all phases. So I think TJ may get a sack or two. I mean, it just is what it is. But their offense, they don't scare me. Even if Aaron Rodgers does play, doesn't scare me. What? Okay, DK Metcalf. He's not DK Metcalf from 2 years ago in Seattle.
And they don't have a number 2.
Jalen Warren, okay, I don't care.
Not the way Najee played. It is just, I mean, their number 1 receivers so far this season have been their tight ends.
Yeah, Freiermuth, yep.
Freiermuth and Darnell Washington or whatever.
Yeah, the
guy,
the
the
6
stiff
foot
arm,
8.
Oh my gosh, he stiff armed the guy like Yoda Money.
Yep.
Like he put him to sleep.
So, going into Pittsburgh, you're going to be here.
Hold on.
Oh.
I got to call a timeout and then throw
Flag.
a challenge fight. There's one last thing from the Minnesota game that we forgot to highlight. Devin Duvernay.
Oh, my God. What a return.
He does not get that return. I don't think we win the game.
Nope, I don't.
Because he shows why he was a 2-time Pro Bowl returner with Baltimore, and the fact that we needed it, he got it, we win the game.
Yep, and I'm not gonna lie, I was sweating that last second field goal.
Especially, I mean, everybody was.
Oh my God! But great plays.
But now back to what you were saying.
But get great plays from Caleb.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I can't because I didn't watch the game, but the fact of we were in it. They still had to move the ball a little bit further to make it a more manageable play.
Yep.
And the fact that we still had the confidence in Santos after he missed the other kick.
Yep. I had him in fantasy. I had him in fantasy.
So, but now back to the Pittsburgh game.
Yeah.
Sorry, it popped into my head and we hadn't talked about it. So we got to give Duvernay his flowers.
Yeah, absolutely. And good point. I mean, their offense doesn't scare me. Like I said, the T.J. Watt. It's just the Michael Jordan effect. Michael Jordan can walk in any building, everybody's like, shit, it's Michael Jordan. And I think that, but like you said, they're not having the season. However, I don't care if Aaron Rodgers plays. I don't care. In fact, I kind of want him out. I don't want him. I don't know. He's just such an arrogant little bitch. I don't know. Like, he's the type of person that would, and I'm stealing this from White Man Can't Jump, he would rather lose and look good instead of winning and look bad. And he cannot just give somebody a compliment.
It's somebody else's fault.
Always somebody else's fault.
Because
always.
I will say this. I've said it once, I'll say it again. I hate Aaron Rodgers with the strength of the 7 sons. Because exactly what you said, and hopefully it doesn't get me in trouble for saying this. Aaron Rodgers is a prick. Plain and simple. I did not dislike Brett Favre until after his career was over. I do not dislike Jordan Love. As much as I hate the Packers. I kind of like Jordan Love is a good kid.
I like him.
Aaron Rodgers from day one has been a prick.
Yep.
And the fact that when he went to Pittsburgh and he found out that he was playing us in Chicago, he's got to throw that dig in there. And that's why you say you hope he doesn't play. Me personally, even though I don't think he should, I kind of want him to play, and the reason why is because when we win the game, and I do think we are going to win the game, the fact that we can finally shut Aaron Rodgers up and say, have a nice end of your career.
Hope so.
There's a reason why Green Bay got tired of your bullshit and sent you packing and said, you don't want to play, you have a nice day.
Pretty much.
The Jets, Aaron Glenn took over the team. He brought you in. You wanted to play victim. Oh, they flew me across the country. So what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And you say that I'm not sure I want to play? Fuck you, we're going in a different direction.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it hasn't worked out for them. But in a way, it might actually, because they have a bunch of firsts now with the trade with Dallas and everything.
Right.
And the trade of Sauce. So they can improve. Everybody has improved after Aaron Rodgers went away.
Mm-hmm.
And sadly, who knows if it will cost Mike Tomlin his job? I hope he doesn't.
Me neither.
You know, if
I
we
like
didn't
Mike
have
Tomlin.
Ben Johnson, I would be calling Mike Tomlin the moment the ink dries and says you are no longer Pittsburgh's coach. But the fact of the matter is, Aaron Rodgers has always been a prick.
Always.
It is either, if they win, it's all because of me. I made this play, blah, blah. But when he loses, it's this guy's fault. It's that guy's fault. It's the head coach's
Or it's
fault.
management's fault.
You didn't decide to go for it because you didn't decide to go for the field goal. The fact of the matter is, your time was up in Green Bay. You saw Detroit and Chicago making moves, and you decided Green Bay doesn't want to give me what I want, even though they gave you $50 million, and you said, oh, I'm not sure I want to play, go to a darkness retreat. And then Green Bay said, you know what, we're tired of your bullshit.
And they got Jordan.
All of a sudden, I want to play football again. I want to go to the Jets because I think I have a better roster, and had that work out for you.
Yeah.
So, I want to see us beat Aaron Rodgers and say, bye-bye, bitch.
Okay, so let's do...
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
That's my Aaron Rodgers.
No, you're fine.
I've been waiting all season for this rant.
And I agree with you. I like Jordan Love and I like Brett Favre. They were respectful people and they never tried to rub it in.
Found out Brett Favre was never a respectable.
Well,
person.
okay.
But,
on the field, he was. So let's do game predictions.
Are we ever going to make good ones? We don't even come close. I'm like 30 burger, didn't come close. The second
200 yards rushing didn't even come close.
Second game this season, they haven't made the 20, but we still won. Just saying. But I'm going to let you go first.
Okay.
Are we winning? Or are we losing?
You know what? You're not going to like this.
Well, you better say we're going to win, because I think we're winning.
I believe we're going to win.
Okay.
13-10.
I'm okay with that.
13-10. I think that I think both defenses.
So it's going to be a pitcher's duel.
Yeah, I think it's going to be just one of those games where defense is going to be very well prepared. I mean, let's face it, Mike Tomlin's team is a very well prepared team. But right now, the Bears are on another 3-game win streak. Mm-hmm. We just came off. We were on a 4-game win streak earlier. So we're building. Ben Johnson is already prepared. He's got his team prepared. But I think it's going to be 13-10. I don't think it's going to be. I think I'm just going to give the MVP to the defense. I just think that
I can go with that.
I just think
and
that
one person in particular. Bark! Sorry.
I just think 13.
Getting the interceptions.
I just think 13-10, and but I think we're going to lead the whole game. I think we're just going to lead the whole game, and I mean we're going to get a touchdown. I think it's going to be. I think Cole Kmet is going to get a touchdown, and I think Aaron Rodgers is going to throw a touchdown.
If he plays.
But I think if he plays.
If he plays, it's going to be a completely different story. I don't think Pittsburgh even has a chance.
So I just think
Mason Rudolph isn't that guy.
Yeah, I just think 13-10, and we're going to lead the whole game. I think our first drive, I think it's going to be a field goal, but I think we're just going to dominate. Yep, I think that's what it's going to be.
I think it's going to be more of a running back game.
Ooh.
I think our running backs are going to, chew up some clock. We're going to make casual plays, and I'm going to say we're going to go back into the 20s, but it's going to be 24-10.
Okay.
And their touchdown is going to be like they're going to, chew up with their running back, and they're going to score one at the goal line. But and even with Mason Rudolph playing or whoever they decide they throw out there, I think we're going to continue stacking the wins, and we're going to be going into the Black Friday showdown on a high note and see where it goes.
Yep.
I think we're going to end up playing for the number 1 seed going into Black Friday.
Okay. Yeah.
And so the player of the game, I'm agreeing with you. It's going to be our defense. They're going to look shaky at times, but I think they're going to make a play when they need to make a play. Nashawn Wright shut down Justin Jefferson for the second game, but I think it's either him or Byard is going to have an interception and continue making the play when it needs to happen.
And I'm just hoping, just before we end this, if Aaron Rodgers is playing, I hope that
That's what smacks him in the face.
I just hope that along the lines of what you're saying, I just want somebody to hit him so hard,
Did his ancestors feel it?
to make a statement.
Puts him back
Yep.
into a darkness retreat?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, yep.
And just, it's what. Oh, wait a minute. This is a home game. I forgot this is because he said it was his last game in Chicago.
Okay, yeah, because okay, I get you.
Yeah.
Yep.
The fans get a nice present going into Turkey Day. But before we end this, I also want to say happy belated birthday not only to our QB1, Caleb Williams, but also to Joe Tooney, who I think has definitely taught our offensive line how it's done
Absolutely,
to championship caliber.
Yep.
But so for J-Dub, I am Big Will. This is the Pins and Wins podcast. Thank you for tuning in.
Wait, hold up. I knew you could not do the whole show without screwing up.
Did I? Oh,
What?
shit. No,
What?
this is Bears Bro podcast. Sorry. I'm still wrapping my... Yeah, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Hey, just so you know, hey, wait, hold
What
up.
the hell did you
Hold
put
up,
in this drink?
hold up. Look in the camera. You see that big fucking sign behind you?
Bears Bros podcast.
Okay. Now.
Yes, I
Okay.
see it. Sorry.
Okay. All
Can you
right.
forgive me? I gotta make an oops every now and then. You know, I thought you were here. Turned out you weren't. You're stealing my drink. Bears Bro podcast.
Hey, until next week, that is Big Will. I am J Dubs.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to the
Don't
Bears Bros
forget to hit the
podcast.
likes and subscribe and
In the
continue to
comments and
comment.
send us money.